your dreams, chase your dreams, chase your dreams, chase your dreams. Let's go. What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Dino. Hey, yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna get straight to the point because I don't like doing no introduction. If you don't know who I am right now, literally the number one motivator in the world. And we motivating literally dreamers around the world. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, listen, if you're trying to join Team I Am, the number one motivational team in the world, all you gotta do is text the word dream to 310-730-5890. Now we're gonna get into some of these motivational questions that some of my teammates actually texted me. Like I said, if you wanna ask me questions that I answer on some of these videos, you gotta text dream to 310-730-5890. All right, so the first thing is, tell us about a time when you faced a challenge and how you overcame it. All right, so this is the thing. I feel like one of the hardest challenges that I personally face, especially even as an athlete, let's go back to athletics, is I had a displaced disc, yo. And I'm talking about like where your back is like you feel like you can't move. You know what I'm saying? Like my back was so messed up. And it was to the point where I would be lifting and I would feel a shock in my spine to where I couldn't move. Like I was immobilized. I couldn't move at all. All right. I'm talking about I couldn't move. Like, and I would be laying on the floor and I'd be like, oh my gosh. Like, and I don't want to say it's pain. It's just the most extreme discomfort. I don't want to say pain. It's a lot of discomfort to where you can't move. There's nothing you're going to do because it's your spine and your nerves, right? It affects your back. Sometimes it'll go all the way down to your legs, but you not even walking. I'm telling you, it'll, all right, it is pain actually. I don't want to lie. It is pain. Because sometimes when you go through this, you actually can't even sleep. Yo, it hurts to sleep. You got to lay on your back, like with your feet up on a hardwood floor. And then when you try to even get up, it hurts to do that to where like, yo, you laying in bed for days, actually. I'm talking about this injury like for days. And this is not something that like, it's something you could recover from, but it'll really act up if you're not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Any second of the day, it could act up. You could do a random move. You know what I'm saying? You could do a random move, touch your toes, reach for the car keys, put a shirt on, and it'll literally act up and you will be done for. So especially as an athlete, this is mad hard to deal with. But personally, me, I'm like, I gotta be number one. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, I gotta be number one. So because I'm thinking I gotta be number one, when this happened, I never in my head thought that this was actually gonna lessen my chances of being number one. I just knew that I had to really watch my workouts 100%. So it made me actually focus on things that I needed to focus on, which was recovery. It made me focus on recovery. And what I'm saying by that is like when I'm faced with a challenge, I'm not thinking like, okay, that means I can't get to my end goal. I'm thinking, nah, I actually have to get over this hurdle and actually focus on this so I don't have to keep getting in the same circle. See, a lot of you guys are in the same cycle and you keep having to hit the same hurdle because you're not focusing on what's actually making you not get over that hurdle. I personally realized, yo, this is what's wrong. This is how I need to fix it. I need to focus on this. I know there's so many things. I want to train harder. You know what I'm saying? I want to jump further, but I can't do that if I don't recover first. So the challenge was I was getting hurt all the time. And how did I overcome it? I focused on recovery. Boom! And I didn't give up. I was watching people who were successful, and I knew that even the hardest people, like the people who was top in the nation, definitely had to go through injuries. They definitely had to go through times where they felt like, well, not that they felt like they wasn't going to make it, but where they couldn't even do what it took to get better. You know what I'm saying? So I knew, like, yo, this is just a challenge, and most of the people who don't make it like I made it aren't able to accept that challenge. I'm accepting any challenge, period, yo. That's the type of belief I have in myself. Because you're creating your future. So it's like, I realized, okay, I got this injury because I was not focusing on recovery. I blamed it on myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't blame it on nobody else. I didn't blame it on the jumping. I didn't blame it on the coaching. It was me. So because I made this decision, I need to make other decisions to make sure that it doesn't happen again. You feel what I'm saying? Next question. Next question. What is your secret talent and how did you discover it? Actually, let me make sure I like highlight these questions so I know which one I actually answered. Um, what is your what is your secret talent and how did you discover it? I don't know if it's a secret talent. Um, and I don't want to say secret talent. I just think I'm very good at motivating people. And how did I discover it? Yo, I feel like I actually discovered this in 2019 by putting myself out there. I would literally, and I was just giving game on this. I would literally just say, yo, I know there's so many things that I want to do. Let me just try to do something because taking action will actually let me know if I want to continue to do that. And that thing was motivational speaking. And I wasn't saying like, yo, I know I'm motivating. I never thought I was motivating. Like I never even thought of that as something that I was. I just personally liked telling people how to stay focused and I liked flexing, you know what I'm saying? And the flexing turned to motivation, but I remember I was in my studio. I was staying in Phoenix, Arizona. That's where I'm at right now. I was staying in Phoenix, Arizona, 2019, and my athletic career had actually ended. I was like, I'm not doing pro track no more. I want to focus on something else. I want to focus on like influencing people in a positive way. So I'm like, yo, let me just hit up schools and try to speak there. Literally, like I never done it before, but I'm like, yo, let me just do that. I was emailing schools, and then I'm like, one day I'm like, yo, let me just actually walk up to a school. You know what I'm saying? Let me actually walk up to school. Walked up to a school, and I seen there was a track coach, right? I walk up to the school, I see there's a track coach. I just start talking to him, telling him who I am. And anytime, of course, if I'm telling somebody who's in sports who I am, they're definitely going to respect me just because they know I put in hard work to become an All American. So it's like, I asked him, yo, like, can I speak to your kids? And he was like, yeah, just come tomorrow. Literally just like that. The day before, I literally was like, yo, I need to make sure that I'm speaking somewhere. I just want to see what's up because I'm trying. I'm not thinking about necessarily getting paid. I'm just saying I want to speak somewhere. I haven't done this before. Let me try it, right? So he said, come the next day. Next day they at practice, it's about 60 kids, 60 kids. It's like the first video. I actually have the video up. If you watch Believe, it's one of the music videos. It's all the way at the end. I'm giving a speech. And this is the team that I'm talking about. The first speech that I really given in a sense. But I'm in front of literally 50, 60 kids just because I put myself out there and I walked up to someone and told them, yo, I want to speak. So it's like, when you say, what is your secret talent and how did you discover it? My secret talent, which is not a secret anymore, is that I'm really good at influencing and motivating people. And I only discovered it by making sure I was doing and trying things. And I think trying is the most important word because a lot of people don't like to say try. And I say, you don't really try it, you actually do it. But what I mean by try is you have not done it before. All right, that's what I mean. Something you have not done before, but you want to do, you need to go out there and do it to actually know what it's going to be like and not even care about the results. The results are irrelevant. The point is that you're going to use the results to determine your future and determine the next move you make. Not saying it doesn't matter what the results are. I mean, like the results could be good or bad. Either way, it's a lesson. So I discovered my talents by always understanding that even if I did something and there was like a negative thing that happens, it's always going to be a lesson. And each of these lessons actually makes you stronger. You know what I'm saying? Makes you know more, for example. Know more about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Know more what you like, what you don't like. And I feel like that's mad important, yo. Um, I'm going to answer like one more question, to be honest. Have you ever had a dream that came true and tell us about it? Yeah. Have you ever had a dream that came true and tell us about it? I'll talk about like one of the dreams that I'm doing right now. So I'm actually working with Phoenix Fashion Week as a TV host, hosting my show and highlight some of the models. It's all motivational. Everything is motivational. And how is this actually a dream? Because I personally always wanted to have a team that supports me, that's positive, a place that I can go, that's a welcoming environment that I feel like I could be myself in. And with Phoenix Fashion Week, that's really how the team is. And I manifested this because when I first created my show, I'm thinking of, okay, I'm gonna have a studio, I'm gonna be around people who like to be on camera, who are coming up with ideas. I'm gonna have someone who can actually get positive people to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have people who could do the makeup. I'm gonna have people who could do the clothing. And with Phoenix Fashion Week, all of that comes together. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole brand, a whole family of people, individuals that do their own thing, that we use everyone, you know what I'm saying, to create the perfect environment and the perfect result, which is the fashion show that happens once, twice a year, sometimes 3 times. We have different events, but it's like a part of that fashion show. Everyone has their own segment. For example, the models have the walk runway. Some of the vendors, they have their own time where they can actually sell their products and motivate people. The stylists, they have their time where they're backstage, and before that where they're actually like talking to the models and telling them, yo, like, this is what you could wear, and they're actually showing them the outfits, trying on the outfits. There's the makeup artists that have their time where literally months before the fashion show they're putting on makeup, and during the fashion show they're actually putting on makeup as well. There's the media team, of course, that's what I'm a part of. The ones that are recording behind the scenes, that's why I'm recording behind the scenes, who are taking pictures before the show, months before the show, and during the show. So it's like everybody got their own thing going on, and of course I feel like it's everybody's dream within this brand to be doing what we're doing. So when I like I said, when I first started my show, I'm thinking the goal is to motivate the world and also entertain. And also, it's like I want to be able to do it and have professional quality. So it's like now I got the professional camera, now my edits are better, and I got my own music in the background. So it's like I'm literally, when I wake up, and this is the last piece of game I'm gonna really get you. When I wake up, I'm thinking, like, for real, yo, what do you actually want to do? Let's figure out one step that you could do to get there. So let's say I say, all right, I want to have the number one motivational show in the world. What is one step that I have to do for that to happen, right? One step is the quality has to be perfect. All right, let's say that you didn't have money to get a camera. One thing that you could do is download a free software that helps you edit videos, right? Each video that I'm editing has to be better than the last. So I'm like, okay, this one didn't have no background music. I'm gonna put background music, and I'm gonna make sure the background music, it literally, that's even not even 1% better. That's like 10% better for a show to have background music. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not worried like, okay, the views, the money coming in, this, that. I'm thinking, what is one thing that I could do? All right, let's figure out steps. If you want to look up on AI how to do it, or on the internet, use the internet. You know what I'm saying? Search up, make my show better. Okay, boom, do this. Or search up steps that it takes for you to be able to live your dreams, and do one of them. Literally one of them. And that one of them you could literally spend a month on. Because this whole month I'm literally spending on making sure my show is edited better. Every day I'm editing something. So it's like I'm sending it to people, asking them, how is this going? I'm getting more people to be on the show. So it's a lot of things that make the show better. This is what I'm focused on this month and even the year. So it's like, when it comes to have I ever had a dream come true, yes, I've had multiple. The specific dream is me motivating the world with this show and always developing it. And it's like, if you're listening to this, all your dreams will come true. All your dreams will come true. All your dreams will come true. All your dreams